Baker Betty. I'm a baking educator. I specialize in teaching bread baking, and I want to show you how I teach my beginners to shape a sourdough boule, or any kind of boule. It doesn't have to be sourdough, it can be a yeasted boule. But when we're working with this type of dough that's a little bit higher hydration, a little bit sticky, it can be kind of tricky to work with. And one of the things that I really like to cover in my classes is the amount of flour you use when shaping. Because when you're working with this really sticky dough, it's tempting to use a lot of flour. But that's actually going to be the opposite of what you want to do. You want to use a small amount of flour on the surface of the counter, but I'm going to go ahead and dump my dough out here on the counter. And I am not going to put any flour on the top part of my dough here, because this is going to become the inside of my loaf. And I really don't want that to be floured because it's not going to stick to itself if it is. So I also like to use a bench knife as kind of an extension of my arm when I'm shaping. The dough won't stick as much to a bench knife. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna start building some tension on our loaf. The goal of shaping is to build tension so that your loaf wants to go up rather than spread out. So I'm gonna use my bench knife to get under the side that's the closest to my body. I'm really kind of shoving the bench knife under it. I'm going to gently stretch the dough out as far as it will allow me without tearing, and I'm gonna fold it into the center here. And I wanna make sure it is sticking to itself. You'll notice I'm using a really light touch. I don't wanna be like using a lot of pressure because that's gonna make the dough wanna stick to my hands. I'm gonna come over here to my dominant side. I'm gonna get that bench knife underneath it. I'm gonna stretch it out as far as it will allow me without tearing, and I'm going to fold that right into the center and make sure it sticks to itself. Now we're going to go to our non-dominant side. Again, get the bench knife under, give it a stretch out, and fold it into the center. At this point, you should have something that looks like a swaddled baby or a burrito. We're starting to build some tension here. We did the bottom up, the two sides in, and now we need to do the top down. So same thing we've been doing. I'm gonna get under the top with my bench knife, give it a little stretch out, and fold it into the center. So we've started to get some tension here, but now I need to get a little bit more. This is gonna be my bottom. This is gonna be my seam side. So I need to flip it over. I'm gonna get under it with my bench knife and give it a little flip. I'm being gentle with it because there's a decent amount of air in here, and I don't wanna lose all of that air I have in here. Now I don't want the top of the dough to be sticky. I really don't want it to stick to my hands while I'm shaping because that is going to be very difficult to get tension on the dough. So I'm sprinkling flour over the top, and I'm really rubbing it around the whole top of the dough and around the sides, so I'm not sticking to it while I'm shaping. But I really don't want flour on the surface of the counter because I do want the natural stickiness of this dough to actually assist me in building this tension. So I like to think about kind of drawing a candy cane. I'm gonna use my dominant hand coming right in front of my body to the side of the loaf. This part of my hand is never gonna leave the counter the whole time I'm doing this shaping. But I'm gonna start with the hook of the candy cane, then my non-dominant hand comes in and I'm gonna pull it straight back. So I'm gonna go hook of the candy cane, non-dominant hand comes in, and we're gonna use both hands to pull it straight back. I'm kind of tucking my fingers under as I pull back. Hook of the candy cane and pull it straight back. The reason I emphasize that this part of your hand doesn't leave the counter, it needs to stay attached to the counter, is because when you pull back, if you bring your hand up, your loaf is going to roll. We're not trying to roll it, we're just trying to drag it across the counter to build that tension. And you wanna just do that maybe 4 or 5 times until your loaf is really standing nice and tall.